As ever, we'll begin by clicking that New button in the upper left to start with a clean slate. We'll want to control volume, so add an amplifier module, patching its output into the 1LM jack in the main outs panel. We're going to need an envelope generator to control the amplifier, so add one and route its envelope out jack to the amplifier's CV in. Go to the CV outs panel and run a cable from its gate jack down to the envelope's gate in to provide MIDI control. Now it's time to add an oscillator, routing its sawtooth output to the amplifier's input. Add a second oscillator, but don't connect it to the amplifier module's input. Back in the CV outs panel, run a cable from its pitch jack down to both oscillators' keyboard CV jacks for MIDI control over their pitch. At this point, you should be able to play that first oscillator and hear its sawtooth waveform. Now let's get our second oscillator in on the action. Run a cable from the second oscillator's sawtooth output to the first oscillator's hard sync input. This will lock the first oscillator's waveform cycle to reset every time the second oscillator completes a cycle of its own. We're going to employ another envelope generator. Add one and run a cable to its gate in jack from the CV out's gate jack. Route the new envelope's envelope out jack to the audible oscillator's frequency mod jack and crank the adjacent knob up to around 73%. Set the new envelope's attack slider to around 30 milliseconds and its decay to around 6,000. Turn the sustain all the way down. Normally, this would cause a pitch shift over time, but instead provides a characteristic timbral shift as oscillator 1 resets to the frequency cycle of oscillator 2.